Hello, how you feeling today? I'm Dan Passarelli, and thank you so much for being with me right here and right now. So let's start out by making sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, please go to the questions box and tell me what your biggest problem in trading is and whether you're ready to overcome it. What is your biggest problem in trading and are you ready to overcome it? Please hit that questions box right now and let me know. Right. All right. What is your biggest problem in trading and are you ready to overcome it? Miriam says profitability, and yes. Excellent. I'm glad that you answered both questions. Much appreciated. Ryan, what's up, man? Ryan says tail risk management, and for sure. Evan says finding the right opportunities, and yes. Lisa says emotions, and yes, ready. Monty says directionality, and yes. Janet, over analyzing. Oh yeah, happens to the best of us. Rebecca, how much profit to take and when to let it run longer and get more. Yes, I like that. Bronson says, I can't determine where the tops of trends will be. Oh man, Bronson, and actually a lot of you guys, you're gonna love what we talk about here today, because I'm going to clear up a whole bunch of that stuff. In fact, just throw a bunch of that stuff out the window and make it so much easier for you. Al, my friend Al is here. What's up? Al says consistency and discipline. All right, all right, all right. Before we get started, I need to point out that options are not for everyone. You should read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investor services at theocc.com. Don't trade with money you're not prepared to lose. And everything we're doing here today is providing generalized information, not necessarily specific to your situation. Each of us has the power within us to make trading a source of continuous wealth. And today I'm going to share with you how to unlock that power. This is my promise to you. I'm going to share with you how you can replace uncertainty with confidence so that you can profit consistently no matter what the stock market is doing using this simple, data-driven, real money proven earnings trading system that hundreds of our students have used to go from that demoralized feeling that we've all felt at some time to that feeling of satisfaction and self-assurance that we all know is possible. And that is powerful. This proprietary earnings trading system that I'm going to share with you, it makes it all possible. And at the end of this training, I will share how you can take the next step so that you can start getting immediate results. Is that a fair deal? Hit that questions box for me. Give me a yes. Are you liking that? Is that a pretty fair deal to you? And don't be afraid to participate here. We got lots of folks in the room here. What do you say? Fair deal, fair deal, fair deal. Dylan, yes. Miriam, yes. Sean, yes. Margaret, yes. All right, I like the way you guys are thinking. Lisa, yes. Evan, yes. Gregory, yes. Bronson, absolutely! Exclamation. All right. Now, in order for you to get the most out of this, I ask that throughout this presentation and afterwards, make this about you. Turn off the cell phone, shut the door to the room you're in, let yourself get immersed in what I am about to share. Let this in, let it become part of you. And be sure to stay till the end of this training. The most important things I will share come later. And to keep the focus, I'm going to hold all questions. If you have a question, please write it down and I will get to it. So let's keep it positive and let's have some fun tonight. This is a pictorial representation of who I am, what I do, and some of the organizations that I've worked with. I traded for years down on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I wrote two of the most popular books on option trading. I've worked with every major options broker in the US and abroad, as well as pretty much all the options exchanges in the world as well. And I get to be on TV a lot and do a lot of fun things. But enough about me. Let's talk about the important person here. Let's talk about you. If you have traded earnings, I can help you do it better and be more profitable with less risk. And if you have not traded earnings in the past, then you, my friend, are in the right place at the right time. Okay. Would it be okay if I share a short story with you? Well, this is me with my little sister. It's probably 1980 or something. And, a lot of kids want to be a doctor or fireman or teacher, whatever. But for me, I wanted to be a trader, even at that age, which I know is weird, right? But I did. I saw traders on TV and the movies. Growing up in Chicago, they were on the local news. I'd see them with their jackets in the financial districts. These successful traders were all around me in Chicago. And it excited me to think that they could make money, good money, doing nothing but trading. So right out of college, I took a stack of my resumes and I went looking for a job. I literally knocked on every door of the Chicago Board of Trade building. Guess what? I got a job that day, and that's where I got my start. I worked my way up from a runner, which was a totally entry-level position, to becoming one of the biggest traders in my pit. I actually started trading in 1998, and life was good. I was living the dream. And at that point, it could have been the best time in 30 years to be where I was. In a lot of ways, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Trading was easy. You could make some mistakes, and you could still make money. Because you remember what was going on back in 1998 in the market? Do you remember what the financial media used to call the market back in 1998? What was it called? Oh, yes, that's right. The dot-com bubble. Type a yes if you traded during the dot-com bubble. Hit that questions box. I'm taking a poll here. I would like everyone to answer. Give me a yes or a no. Did you trade during the dot-com bubble? Whenever I ask this question, I get fewer and fewer yeses here. I guess we're aging out, some of us here, huh? Evan says no. Margaret says yes. Gregory says yes. Bronson says I was 10. Lisa says no, and Al says yes, and Dylan says yes, and Monty says no, and Enrique says yes, and James says no. Rebecca, yes, I did. Okay, boy, what do you think? That's about 50-50 here, right? Yeah. Leo says no, and Liam says I wish. I wish. Okay, so I was going to say this to the no's, but Liam, I'll tell you what, that's okay. And anybody said no, that's okay, because I'm going to share with you an opportunity that you can take advantage right now that can make you the same sort of gains, and it's just as easy to trade, if not easier. Now, speaking of that old internet bubble, you know what happened, right? Because you know it eventually happens to all bubbles, right? Well, they all pop, don't they? And for the most part, when the internet bubble burst, it didn't look like this cute little girl. Oh, look, a bubble, bing, ha, ha, ha. No, it didn't look like that. You know what it looked like? It looked like this. This is basically what happened to a lot of people. And I don't really talk about this all that much, but this is kind of what happened for me. I'd never seen a crash like that in my career at that point. And back then, I didn't know how to handle it. And in some ways, I did better than some, but it was bad. All of a sudden, nothing worked like it worked before. Trades I'd normally crush weren't making money. I started losing my confidence. I was constantly second guessing myself. I'll never forget this one time where I just got completely run over by a trade. I lost $500,000 in a single day. It's true. And that night I had to go home and have a conversation with my wife, Kathleen. The plan before that was to put my next bonus away for our kids' college funds. And that bonus was now gone. Kids' college funds, they were now gone. I wondered if I would still have a job. I wondered if I would be able to keep my house, because now everything was different. And that's when I knew I had to create a trading system that works in all market scenarios. And as fate would have it, at that moment, I was presented with an opportunity. And what do you do when you get presented with an opportunity? When someone says, 1, 2, 3, boom, here's a great opportunity. Well, you take that step, right? Because there's two types of people in this world. There are those who second guess everything, and there are those who are always looking back, not forward, who hesitate. And then there are those people who take action and create success. And from the outside, it seems like these people, oh, they're just always getting lucky, right? But that's not it, is it? They take action. Hey, one more poll here. Type the word yes if you are the sort of person who looks forward and takes action. Hit that questions box. This is probably the most important poll we're going to take all day. Type a yes if you are the sort of person who looks forward and takes action, if you take that step. And type a no if you're not that type of person, because that's fair. That's fair. This is a good soul searching sort of thing here, isn't it? Margaret says yes. And Lisa says yes. Dylan says not always. Fair. Monty says yes. Miriam says yes. Evan says yes. Make sure you do. Yes, I like that, Evan. James, yes. Enrique says sure. Leo says yes. Sharon, no. Al, yes, for sure. Gregory says yes, and I am ROI year to date 170%. Yeah, man. Hey, if you're going to ROI 170% year to date, you've got to be one of those people who takes action and looks forward, right? Awesome. I love this. You guys are great. I've got the most yeses that I've gotten in a long time. That's good. Now, the opportunity that I got that day, it changed my life. The exchange asked me to train traders for them, and I was honored they asked me to do so. And at that time, I started trading off the floor in a regular non-professional trading account, and I was learning a different way to trade than I was used to. And I discovered that there were strategies that I wasn't using on the trading floor, at least not using them the same way, that were very powerful, that could make money in all market conditions, up or down, even the most unpredictable of markets. And I made it my life's work to give back to the trading community and share these strategies with all traders and empower you however I can. And that's what ultimately led me to creating this earnings trading system. I was at the Chicago Board of Trade where I do some of my TV interviews, and we ran into one of my friends from the trading floor. When you're watching traders on TV talking about the markets, we're there to share what we're watching and what we're trading, what's making money. Because you know what? Many traders make a good living out of simply playing follow the leader. Good traders don't reinvent the wheel. They follow top traders and do what's working right now, mirror their road-tested strategies. It's that simple. You following me? Yeah. During this period, Goldman Sachs was up 39%. It's a 12-month period. Question: would you be happy with a 39% return in a year? Would you? Another one. This is not a rhetorical question. I want to know, Hit that questions box for me right now. Would you be happy, yes or no, with a 39% annual return? Hit that questions box. I want to know. I want to know right now. Evan says yes, exclamation point. Yeah. Arav, I hope I said that right, says, what does that say? It says mid. All right. Lisa says yes. Bronson says, of course. James says yes. Monty says no, just a strict no. Alan says no. Sharon says yes. Jacob says yes. Gregory says before yes, but now. Oh, okay. All right. Before yes, but not now. Excellent. Enrique says yes, sir. Okay. Very interesting. Now, I think that some of the folks who said no, I think you've got an interesting perspective. And I like it. Because you know what? 39% a year is tough for some people. But what if I told you there's a strategy that it doesn't matter if the market's going up or down, is volatile or calm, and you can still make money consistently and potentially really good money? Well, here's the big news. Traders can do better than returns like these in all markets, and you have to. Interest rates have driven the cost of loans up, which is bad for banks. People are worried about inflation and recession. That's bad for money managers. But do you know what saved firms like Goldman Sachs over the past few years? Well, they're trading units. Because look, Goldman has 45,300 employees, and they have an average salary of $108,830. That's before bonuses. Their bonuses on average are $90,000. That's a total of $9 billion that they're paying out in salary and bonuses alone. Not to mention all the overhead they have. In order for Goldman to make enough money to pay their employees, pay all their overhead, and still retain enough money to grow their business by 39%, Goldman must make hundreds of percents a year. These are the kind of trades that professional traders make. That's why they make a couple $100,000 a year and even more with those gigantic bonuses. When I started on the trading floor, I started with a $30,000 account, believe it or not. Making trades like this daily, weekly, and monthly enabled me to turn that $30,000 well into the seven-figure area. Now, that's more than 39% a year. This is what's possible. This is what traders are doing every day. And it's not just professional traders. This is Vic. He was one of our students who traded our earning system. And Vic says, I've only been trading for about a year. I actually did pretty well overall, increasing my account value by over 30% between June 20th when I went live and the end of the year. Thanks to both you and the MTM community that has helped me achieve this. That comes out to about a 60% annualized return. And Vic was brand new to option trading at this time. Imagine what you could do with a little bit of training. So let me start off with, this is actually a rhetorical question. You're not going to have to answer this one, but think about it. In green here, if you could consistently make money week after week, month after month, would you trade with more confidence? Well, clearly the answer is yes, but that's not the real question. How do you get consistent enough to trade with more confidence? Because you need to be confident to trade consistently. Well, the answer is it's with what I call bread and butter strategies. These are data-driven and tested, created by a professional trader. And the strongest consistency trade right now is the earnings trade. Can you see yourself using earnings trades as a vehicle to get consistent results starting this quarter? Type the word driven into the questions box right now if you can see yourself using earnings trades as a vehicle to get consistent results starting this quarter. Type the word driven, D-R-I-V-E-N, driven. Sharon, driven. Sean, driven. Margaret, driven. Evan, driven. Dylan, driven. Lisa, driven. Miriam, driven. Enrique, driven. Arav, driven. Gregory, driven to go higher. Yes. Liam, driven. Jacob, driven. Bronson, driven. Because you had been previously staying out of earnings weeks. Oh, you're going to love this, Bronson. Al, driven. Ryan, driven. Monty, driven. James, driven. All right, man. Yes. Okay. Time to roll up your sleeves. There's several advantages to earnings trades, right? First of all, they're market independent. We don't care about direction. The next thing is they're very short term on each trade, which limits the broad market exposure. Oh, the S&P 500 is going up, it's going down, doesn't really matter as much. There's potentially greatly leveraged profits. And there's an extremely simple yes/no test to just screen the trades. And the opportunities are concentrated in a short period of time. Now, the biggest week of opportunities is the week starting on October 20th. That is what I call money week because there are literally hundreds of opportunities that week. Opportunities are the lifeblood of trading, right? It's having this investor's mentality. I've got opportunities, I'm going to do it, right? You see value, boom, you act on it. We're at the beginning of a life-changing time to trade. So when is the best time to get started? If this, what I call money week, is October 20th, when do you want to get started? Maybe I'll wait until November. Maybe even December, you know, I've got some gardening to do. You know, I kind of want to rest up first. No, yeah, okay. Dylan says right now. Gregory says now. Yes, right now. And look, the most important thing about earnings trading, Monty says no time like the present. I like that. The most important thing about earnings trading is that they work. And it wasn't until I was a trader, like most of you attending this training, trading in a regular non-professional account, that I discovered the power of time spreads for earnings. Ironically, after trading thousands of time spreads on a trading floor and honing my skills with them, I learned the last 10% nuance that pushed the power of time spreads over the edge for me in a rather unique way. So long story short, I found myself on the phone with a producer from Bloomberg Television who wanted to interview me down in the trading pit. And I was pretty excited at the time because I'd never been on global television before. So I said, okay, well, what do you want me to talk about? He said, Dan, it's easy. Listen, Apple has earnings coming out tomorrow after the close. And so we want you to talk about how to trade Apple earnings going into earnings. And then I was like, put on the brakes. And I kind of panicked for a second. Now you might be asking yourself, why? Why would you panic? Well, many of you probably don't know this, but most professional traders Don't trade earnings. In fact, at the height of my trading career, I was one of the top 5 traders in my entire firm as far as profitability goes. My boss would have let me trade anything with the company's money except earnings. I was never allowed to have a position going into earnings. Now, why is that? Because earnings from a directional standpoint is the most unpredictable day of the quarter. They can outperform and still go down. You never know what's going to happen directionally. So I'd never traded earnings. Surprising, right? But it's true. So I told the guy, I said, listen, I'll call you right back. And I put down my phone and I ran over to my trading station. I started looking for a trade. And I knew I couldn't buy calls or buy puts because you can't guess what direction it's going. You just can't. Nobody can. Anybody who tells you they can predict direction on earnings, they're lying to you. Can't do it. And so I also couldn't do covered calls or cash secured puts or debit spreads or credit spreads. And so I thought, oh, geez, maybe I can't do this. Because those of you who know me, you know that I put my money where my mouth is, right? If I'm going to be on global television talking about a trade, it's going to be one that I believe in, one that I have on. So I made one last ditch effort and I looked at a time spread. And I said, wait, hold on a second here. This is actually a great trade. It makes perfect sense. So I put the trade on. I called the guy back. I did the interview. The trade made money. And I was hooked after that. And in a minute, I'll share some data that then gave me the black and white proof that this wasn't a fluke. When the right criteria are met, this is a genuine consistency trade that can be used over and over again to crank out consistent profits with confidence during specific periods of the year, particularly earnings season. So, crash course for you if you're not familiar with time spreads or straddles here. A time spread is when a trader buys a longer term option and sells a shorter term option. They both have the same strike. That's really all you need to know. Now, the data show that this usually works out great, which you're actually going to see on the next slide, when certain criteria are met. And this is really important. I'm definitely not saying, yeah, just go and buy a time spread on every single earnings play. That would be a disaster. That would not work. But when certain criteria are met, these can work out great. Now, when other criteria are met, we use straddles or some other strategy. Those have historically triggered maybe less than about 5% of the time. Mostly we're going to stick to time spreads. And let's look at why. Now, there's a lot of data here. Don't get hung up on trying to read all the numbers. Later, I'll explain how to simplify all this, but here's what's important. Look, if you sell short-term options the day before an earnings event, they lose value greatly once earnings are announced the next trading session, which is good because you're short them. Now, longer-term options also lose their value between putting them on the day before earnings and then after the announcement. But the key element of this observation is that the short-term options lose way more value than the long-term ones. So what that means and what this essentially proves is that when that certain criteria are met, trading time spreads around an earnings event is effectively a long-run, consistent winning strategy. And you can see the results here. So I'm going to go through the steps to follow this system through earnings. There are a few details involved, but I'm going to give you the gist of it. So write this stuff down. So first, we find all the stocks that have options listed on them and have earnings coming out after the close today or before the open tomorrow morning. Okay, are you with me? Yes, that's important. You following me? Yep. Okay. We can find several trades a day, and sometimes there are hundreds of opportunities, even just in a single week. Like, for example, the week starting October 20th. There are literally hundreds of opportunities. Again, extremely important week. Now, When we screen those trades, we use the yes/no screen technique to see if we should continue on with the potential trade. And this is your first step. It will literally save you hours and hours of your precious time, and it'll make your life so much better. Not to mention, it'll ensure you're only trading the best trades, the ones with edge, meaning they have a statistical advantage in your favor. So your win rate increases and your winners are bigger. You like this? Yes? Yes? Good. Now, we model the spread on tomorrow's days with a variant vol crush, okay? We model the spread on tomorrow's days with a variant vol crush on both the short-term and the long-term option based on a partial reversion to the mean, but also relative to realized volatility. And we compare that to the past to get the modeled endurable gap, okay? Now, the modeled endurable gap is just my way of making this completely foolproof. So it's super easy for you. Once you have that, you'll know exactly which trades to put on and which to stay away from. Now, here's where most people go wrong. We put the time spread on the session immediately before earnings. This is less than a 24-hour trade, and that is critical. The next day, we exit the trade at the precise time, and everybody screws that part up, but I'll share how you can get the timing right later. And then it's just rinse, wash, repeat. Just do it over and over again. The biggest secret to driving consistent results by trading earnings is that we only trade the best of the best candidates. Yes? Now, coming up, there's going to be hundreds of companies for week after week, actually. Companies announcing like Google, 3M, Coca-Cola, Snapchat, UPS, Spotify, IBM, Philip Morris, Bristol Myers, Palantir, just a ton. But we're not going to trade all of them. I've got a list of stocks that I'm over an 80% win rate on earnings trades. But even those that I have a hugely successful track record on, I don't trade those stocks every quarter. Sometimes they don't model out. Now, this is a very selective process. So let's take a close look at how this works. So here's a trade that I made in a past earnings season. I went through the checklist and it identified this trade. I bought 10 Valero November 1st, 132 puts at 319. And at the same time, as part of one trade, a calendar, also called a time spread, I sold 10 of the October 25th, 132 puts at 230 or 223. So I paid 319, collected 223. That's a 96-cent debit. So put the trade on. The market closed and earnings came out. And the next morning when the market opened, I waited for three things to happen. And when they did, I was able to take off the trade. So when I took it off that next day, I just sold 10 of those November 1st, 132 puts, this time at $1.97. And I bought 10 of the October 25th, 132 puts at 70 cents. So what I bought at 96 cents, I sold at $1.27. So on this trade, you'd have invested 96 cents. The trade made 31 cents. That is a 32.3% profit overnight. Now, let's make this more tangible. If you bought 10 contracts, you'd have invested $960 and made a profit of $310. Okay, I'll factor in commissions. This is a solid trade, okay? It's a solid trade. There's another trade that I did. I followed the checklist and it led me to putting on this one. I bought the Las Vegas Sands July 26th, August 23rd put time spread by buying the August 23rd 40 strike puts, selling the July 26th 40 strike puts. is a total of 20 contracts traded at 52 cents each, which is just about a $1,040 trade. Now, shortly after I put on the trade, the market closed. Next morning, the market opens. I wait for three things to happen. When they do, I can execute my closing order. I put in an order to sell at 70 cents. I waited a bit and I got filled. So I bought 20 of the July 26 40 puts at 46 cents. And I sold the August 23rd puts at $1.16. So what I bought at 52 cents, I sold at 70 cents. That is a 34.6% profit overnight in less than 24 hours. Okay, so where are we so far here, right? On 20 contracts, invested $1,040, made $360. So that was 34.6% on this, 34.6% on this one, 32% on the previous one. This is great, right? Do all trades work out exactly like this? You're just making 30-some% every trade, boom, boom, boom. No, there will be some that lose sometimes, and we should talk about those. So this is another trade that I did. Oh, this is actually, oh no, this one did lose. Believe me, some of them lose. I got one example in here of a losing trade, but this is NEM. I went through the checklist. It triggered this trade. So I bought 7 of the May 16th 53 puts in NEM. I sold 7 of the April 25th 53 puts, paid a debit of 80 cents. Market closes, next morning market opens, which is after earnings. And I wait for the three things to happen, I take it off. So I sold 7 of the ones that I bought 7 of the ones that I sold. What I bought for 80 cents, I sold for $1. That comes out to a 25% profit overnight. This is one that didn't work out so well. So it's important that we go over one, okay? So I went through that same checklist and it did trigger this trade. And so I traded it. I bought 8 of the NXPI May 19th 165 puts at 535, sold 8 of the NXPI May 5th 165 puts at 395. So paid 535, collected 395. I paid a debit of $1.40. The next day after the market opened, 3 things happened, but before they happened, exactly what I didn't want to see happen happened. The trade went totally against me, but here is the lesson. I didn't panic. I just waited for those 3 things to happen, and when they did, I was able to put in my closing order and get out by what I bought at $1.40. I sold at $1.30, and it was just a 7% loss that day. It was an $80 loser. And I've made hundreds of these trades, right? I mean, literally hundreds of these trades. Here's another one in Bank of America. Went through the checklist. It triggered this trade. I bought the Feb 14th 47 puts, sold the January 17th 47 puts, paid 51 cents. Market closes, earnings comes out, opens the next day. 3 things happen. I take off the trade. What I bought for 51 cents, I sell at 65 cents. That comes out to a 27.5% profit in a day. Now, there's something really important here. The key is the consistency on this, driving consistent results. Because if you can make $425 on one trade and $310 on another, and 525 on another and lose 80 bucks and make 360 bucks. And there are hundreds of opportunities and you're just cherry picking the best ones. How much profit can you make in a single week trading this? What do you think? What do you think? Hit that questions box for me. How much profit, like, let's say the week of October 20th and the week after that and the week after that, they all have hundreds of opportunities each week. Let's say you trade this, you just trade 5 of these a day. How much money do you think you can make trading this strategy in a week? Anybody want to throw a number in there? How much do you think you can make trading this strategy in just a week? Hit that questions box for me. Jacob says $20,000. All right. Anybody else? Liam says $12,000. Okay. Sharon says depends on account. Yes, it depends on your account, right? Because this is scalable is what that's called, right? This is all in percentages. This is a way to grow an account no matter how big that account is. Lisa says 10,000. Enrique, 5,000. Michael says 10,000. Janet says, depends if I can get in and out as you do. Oh yeah, I'll show you exactly how to do that. Ronson, 1,000. Monty, 250,000. Okay. Depends on how many contracts. Yeah. Mark, 12,500. Alan, 5 trades equals 1,500 bucks. Great. And look, this is why a consistent system is so powerful. If you can follow a checklist, finding, analyzing, setting up, and making the trade is very, very simple. Closing the trade is simple too. We simply take it off the next day, and it requires a little bit of nuance. Management is the key. Management makes money. That's the 3 M's of trading. Now, in a moment, I'm going to share a resource to make all these little nuances really, really simple. Because this is a system, and that's why it's easy. You know, they say work the system works. So let's talk about realistic expectations. Look, you take the actions that make your life what it is, right? You believe that to be true? You believe that the actions that you choose determine your future? Yes? Yep. And if you don't take action, if you do nothing, nothing changes, right? Profitable trading is a reality for many traders. And now I want to share how to make that happen. This is the Total Earnings Domination All Access Premium Package. In this complete course, I'm going to share with you how to replace uncertainty with confidence so that you can profit consistently no matter what the stock market's doing using my simple, data-driven, real money proven total earnings domination system. This is just some of what you'll learn. How to easily scan the market for earnings trades. Where to get real-time data that pinpoint the winningest earnings trades. The best time of day for entries and exits especially. The yes-no screen technique blueprint. The earnings time spread risk checklist to maximize your gains and minimize those losers. How to calculate the modeled and durable gap. How to manage the wide bid-ask spreads on closing the trade. You'll also 100% understand how to know when a stock is more likely to outperform on its earnings announcement. How to set up profit and loss targets and to select the optimal expirations to maximize profit potential. Look, you now have a new opportunity to trade more consistently using a strategy that works in all market conditions. And to get a blueprint for earnings trading and watch live setups of earnings trades so that you can just easily follow along with me. And how to make the next few weeks your top performing weeks yet. Now, let's get real here for a second. Let's talk about who this is not for. This is not for people looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or gamblers. Yes, it's possible to make a lot of money in a short period of time, but I want to be clear. This is not gambling. This is not guessing. I've done the math. You just follow along. You trade with a mathematical advantage like a professional trader. And it's completely simplified so anybody can do it. And it's also not for people who would rather spend hours and hours of their time and thousands of dollars of their money and endure losses to learn on their own over many years' time. This is the fast track. You are going to be trading earnings on October 20th in a class with me live. And it's also not for wishy-washy procrastinators, which I know is not you because you're here right now. Who is this for? This is for you. If you want more consistency, this is for you. If you want low-risk trades with high profit potential, this is for you. If you believe your success is tied to following a methodology, this is for you. If you can follow a few simple steps. And this is for my action takers. And for my action takers, I'm going to make this really easy for you right now. This is our total earnings domination 6-month all access premium package. So first of all, let me share with you what you're going to get with this class. You begin with the Secrets to Trading Earnings Bootcamp video. I have put 30 years of my experience into your head with one short video. This is the keys to the kingdom. That's a $2,995 value. Now, why? Because if you can make the kind of money we're talking about consistently on daily trades throughout this earnings season and for the rest of earnings seasons this year and forever, this small one-time investment can pay you over and over again for a lifetime. I said one-time investment. You can see there's no auto renewal on any of this. Now I want to get you up and running fast. So I have created the Total Earnings Domination Accelerator video course. These 3 short videos, they give you all the information you need to get started. But we also want you to literally have this mastered. So you are also getting our 4-part on-demand video masterclass, Earnings Trading Techniques from 2 decades on the CBOE trading floor. You'll know exactly what to do every time this puts the power into your hands. Also, isn't it important for you to make sure that you can put that knowledge to use, that you can actually do it? Well, today you're going to get hands-on training. Starting October 20th, you will log in and watch me trade live in a real money account, so you'll see exactly what to do as you follow along with me as I reveal all my top picks. You'll literally see the system being traded in the live market. You'll make your first trade together with me as a group. This is the next best thing to actually being literally in the room sitting next to me. This is the ultimate hands-on training. Now, this is an all-access premium package for $8,086. But I've created a couple of bonuses I'd like to share. Now, to start with, I want to make sure this works for everyone, regardless of your experience level as an options trader. If you're brand new to options, to make sure this works for you, today you're going to get the Options Impact Quick Start video course. This on-demand course levels the playing field for beginner option traders. It covers all the basics you need to begin trading options confidently, even if you never traded an option before. You'll be able to start trading like someone who's been trading successfully for years and put you on the fast track to maximize your gains this earnings season. Meet Jill from Cincinnati, Ohio. One of her first trades she did together with us in the live coaching sessions. She bought a Microsoft time spread that met our criteria, as did I and the other students in the class. She bought the spread at $2.65 and in less than 24 hours sold it for $3.75. That's locking in a 41.5% profit. And she posted it in our chat room. which you're going to have the same access to. Because today you're getting free 6 months of the MTM community chat room. You'll log in and get all your questions answered by me or other coaches. But another huge sort of secret benefit is that, like in order for you to be successful, I need to put you in a community of traders who are going through the same struggles as you. And some have gone through those struggles and made it to the other side. Now they're successful and they post their trades live in the chat room and everybody helps each other out. This is what one of our student traders who joined said in the chat room. Jason Fullen from Leander, Texas said, closed IBM for 85 cents or 124% profit, opened the trade at 38 cents. And you know what? This was his first total earnings domination trade. It was a $1,000 winner on his very first trade. On his very first day, by the way. Jacob D from New York said, very first TED trade was an APA 36% profit. Thanks, Dan Pass, and everyone who contributes to the group. Borislav from Cologne, Germany said, a system that works with a brilliant logic behind it. So first, you're going to get the Secrets to Trading Earnings Bootcamp video, my 30 years of everything I learned in one video for you. You're going to get up and running fast with the Total Earnings Domination Accelerator video course. You're going to have this completely mastered when you go through the master class. And you're going to literally get hands-on training and trade together live with me as I trade real money. You're going to get the Options Impact Quick Start videos to get you up and running fast if you're newer to this. And you're going to get the support that's in the MTM community chat room. This is a total valued package of $9,765. But I want to make sure that this is just a complete no-brainer, completely irresistible, so that you can confidently, immediately join us right now. You know what? A million-mile journey begins with the first step. And this, friends, is that step. Go to markettaker.com/TED now and get all this for a small, easy investment of just $697. 1, 2, 3, boom. That's market as in stock market, taker as in take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row, markettaker.com/TED. Join us now for a small one-time easy investment of just $697. Boom. That is a massive 92.9% off discount. This has become our most popular trading system. So this time around, we're keeping it small. We're only accepting 19 traders. And there's a reason for that. I'll tell you in a second. The first 19 of you who take action right now get everything that I showed you on that list. Why would I give such a huge discount? Because in the live coaching class, I need to be able to give all of you my full attention. I can't have 100 people in there. I've tried it before. It doesn't work. We're keeping this very, very small, and we're limiting this to literally the first 19 traders. And for those of you who join us right now, this is the big bonus. Action takers, you are going to get my proprietary spreadsheet that I created to track all my trades with all the proprietary formulas on the sheet that helps me make these trades confidently in just minutes. Now, this bonus, I cannot open. This one I can't open up to everybody, and I won't open this up to everybody. I can only invite a handful of traders because this is too valuable. I put this at a $1,750 value. But this is the best way that I know to all but ensure your success. Look, I take this really, really personally. You're investing in your success today. And by sharing my personal spreadsheet with you, So am I. I'm giving this spreadsheet to traders who take action right now and join us during this training. 1, 2, 3, boom. So, as a reminder, when you go to markettaker.com/TED, you're going to get the Secrets to Trading Earnings Bootcamp video, 30 years in knowledge in one video. You're going to get up and running fast with the Total Earnings Domination Accelerator video course. You are going to have this completely mastered with the 4-part masterclass. That is a video masterclass. You are going to get live hands-on training and trade together with me while I answer all your questions and explain to you exactly how to do it in the live trading sessions with my top picks. You're going to get the options impact videos. You're going to get access to our community to have access to me and John and our other students. And the people who join right now, you're going to get my easy spreadsheet trade tracker, where all you have to do is fill in the certain bits of information, and it's the yes/no screen test. It tells you whether it's a trade to trade or not. This brings us to a total value of $697 right now when you're one of the first 19 to join us. That is 93.8% off the regular price for the first 19 of you. 1, 2, 3, boom, go. Go to markettaker.com/TED, or you can call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. We have MJ standing by. He can answer your calls, but you can also just pop a question in the questions box if you have a question for me. This is a screenshot of our chat room that you'll get access to. And look, this earnings cycle, this is one of the most important in the entire history of the stock market. Analysts are waiting to see what the earnings are to give guidance for the future. And that means traders can make more money than they ever have before. And this process, it's starting right now. When you enroll today, you're going to have just enough time to get through the training of watching the bootcamp video, the accelerator course, and the masterclass to get up and running right away. Because we need to have that done by October 20th. These are the 4 most important classes that you will attend this year. Honestly, probably in your entire trading career. This earnings season is the opportunity of a lifetime for those who choose to put that opportunity into action. So it is go time. For those of you who've been waiting for the right trading opportunity, this is an opportunity to change your life. Now, also in the past, because earnings season is quarter by quarter, when someone joined, in the past, they got 3 months access. But I had people tell me, but Dan, I have a commitment and I can't make all the live classes. Or Dan, I'm going out of town for part of earnings season. So I wanted to be sure that everyone who invests in the class is going to be able to fully use it and get the results that you expect. So my team and I decided that with the Total Earnings Domination All Access Premium package, we would make the class available for a full 6 months. So as of today, you have plenty of time to get through all the material, and you will get access to the live trading sessions in January's earnings trading sessions also. Wow. All right. These 5 hands-on trading sessions, they're 100% totally live. If you can't make it, they're all recorded. In each of those classes, I will reveal the top earnings trades of the day, each of those days. We've seen quarters where our trades in the hands-on training, they've been above an 80% win rate. We had one time where every single one of our trades won in the class. This quarter has all the makings of our best performing yet. I am super excited. Now, I'm going to prove that anyone can do this, regardless of experience or account size. So here is my guarantee to you. I am actually trading these trades live with my own real money so that you can see exactly how it's done and follow along. In fact, I've actually decided to use less than $5,000 in my account this time to show you that anybody can do this regardless of account size and regardless of experience, because you're getting the Options Impact Quick Start videos today as well. So right now is go time. And we just had a bunch of people join us. Here, hold on a second. Let me welcome in the new folks who just joined us here. Welcome and congratulations. Good job stepping up and investing in yourself. Welcome to Miriam. Nice job. Good job signing up, investing in yourself today. Welcome and congratulations to Dylan. Welcome and congratulations to Sean. Welcome and congratulations to Margaret. Nice work. Welcome and congratulations to Sharon, who joined us. Welcome and congratulations to Jacob. Nice job, Jacob. Welcome and congratulations to Liam. And welcome and congratulations to Arav. Excellent. Now, a couple other people that I'd like you to meet a little more intimately here. This is David Zicko from South Lake Tahoe, California. He said, I closed the last 5 at $1.41, total gain $425 less commission. The class has paid for itself. Thanks, Dan. This is Sachin from Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. He said, God knows I have made multiples of the money I paid for your class. Talk about ROI, man. And Russell Ketchum from Glendale, California said, I'm above an 80% win rate. Most of the others were maybe a 5% loss. Bob Bettino from Ringwood, New Jersey said, I closed out Sun Run 10 seconds after the open, watched the vol crush from over 400 to under 200. Holy crap, amazing. Made a 41% profit. Wow. Tyler Mikola from Lexington, Tennessee said, I took Dan's MTM course about 7 years ago. He started me down the path that I'm on today. Now I'm a professional trader at a fund. And last I heard, the Chicago Board Options Exchange actually hired him. This is the kind of training that you get. Now, go right now to markettaker.com/TED. If you want to get results like Bob and Tyler and Russell and Jill and all those people that I mentioned, what do you have to do? Go to markettaker.com/TED. You can call 708-381-1768. And just had John just joined us. Nice work. Welcome, John, to the community. Great job stepping up, investing in yourself today. I'm going to answer some questions. If you have a question that I can answer, please type it into the questions box and I will answer that question for you. Now, there's one question that I get a lot, and that is, hey, Dan, look, this is great. I've got a small account. I see that this scales to any account size. This is a great way for me to grow my account, but here's the problem. I have a hard time coming up with the 697. Is there a way to finance that? And the answer is yes. You can use PayPal and PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you both PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit, so you can lock in total earnings domination today when you check out using PayPal and just choose PayPal credit. How do you do it? It's easy. Go to markettaker.com/TED and click the PayPal button to get started right now. Now, I see there's some questions coming in. In the meantime, here are a few more questions that I'm frequently asked. Is this live or recorded? Both. You can attend the live earnings setups classes, but many students who have busy schedules, they just prefer to watch the recordings. How long do I have access to this class? With the Total Earnings Domination All Access Premium Package, you will get the entire 6 months to all those materials. You'll have plenty of time to master the system. Is this time consuming? No. In fact, it'll save you time so you can spend it doing the things you love with friends and family. And it can save you years of struggle and foregone profits. Look, you can spend years trying to figure this out on your own. You can. But right now, this is the hottest earning season that you are likely to see in your lifetime. You'll be able to go through this simple course now and start seeing immediate results. How do I know I'll be able to do it? This comes with hands-on training, where I will show you in the live market exactly what to do with real live trade setups. And the number one question we get, is there a limit on the number of students who can join? That answer is yes, it has to be. We have to limit the number allowed in the live component of the package, or else it just gets out of hand with questions. I want to give each of you my full attention. So we have to limit the number that we let in. I have a small team committed to your success. If you are committed to doing your part, we will do ours. And therefore, today is limited to the first 19 students who are serious about maximizing your gains this earnings season. So this, friends, this is crunch time. If you are ready to make it happen for yourself, we're going to make it super easy for you. Go to markettaker.com/Ted or grab your device, your cell phone, open the camera app, aim it towards that little QR code in the bottom left-hand side, and it'll pop up a little yellow thing. You click on it, you can just sign up right there on your phone. It is super, super easy. Now, we had 2 more people join us here. Welcome to another John, 2 Johns from Oklahoma City. And welcome to Ashley. All right, nice work, folks. Nice work. We're getting close to being filled up here today, which is great. Okay, questions. Let's start here. Janet, my situation, I just purchased this seems better. Yes. You know how to trade options. Excellent. Would I have time to prepare with all the things you have to learn? Oh yeah. I mean, really all you have to, I mean, honestly, if you already know options, there's a whole bunch of this you can skip, you know. Like you're not going to go through the quick start videos, the spreadsheet you're just going to get, the chat room you're just going to have access to. As long as you go through the boot camp and the accelerator videos, you know, there are 3 videos that are like 8 minutes long. So you'll absolutely have time. The only thing is I want you to make sure that you can attend the live coaching sessions. That's really, really important. You get that and the spreadsheet in your hand, you're unstoppable. And if you can't, if you have to work, they are recorded. So it's not the end of the world, but I want you to watch those. If you can attend them live, even better. So Janet, absolutely. You can definitely do it. You will have the time. How long are you allowed to be in the room trading with me? So it's going to be a GoToWebinar room just like this. And I think they set up the times here. Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, the first one is October 20th. It's going to be from 2:30 to 3:45 Eastern time. All right, 2:30 to 3:45 Eastern time. The next one, they're like right around that. So it's like an hour and 15 minutes for each of those 4 days. Janet says, okay, Live coaching sessions. Okay, then. Okay, then. All right, Janet. Yes, yes, yes. Narav says getting error. User authentication failed due to invalid. Oh, well, make sure that you filled in all the information you were asked, and make sure you click that box at the bottom. We like to make sure everybody knows what they're getting with this. So, you can read through that, but you got to check that box. Otherwise, it won't go through. Greg says, had to step away for a bit. Yeah, well, Greg, you're actually in the right spot. I just offered the entire class with everything. And so if you go to markettaker.com/TED, you're going to get all this. You're going to get like all the things, well, all these things right here. Okay. Oh, people are joining us on PayPal here. Rebecca, welcome, Rebecca. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are going to love this. It is going to be really, really great for you. How many trades do you put on during earnings week? Yeah, and let's talk about that. I mean, first of all, we say earnings week or money week. That's one of the active weeks during earnings season. Earnings season starts with the banks. That's like the pre-week, and there's some earnings trades you can make then. The main week, the first big week, there's hundreds and hundreds of opportunities. The week after that, there are hundreds and hundreds of opportunities. The week after that, there are hundreds and hundreds of opportunities. Then it starts to slow down a little bit. Then we get into what's called retail earnings season. But I mean, earnings season lasts like, yeah, try again, Nareev. Yeah, just try again. It should work. And if not, Bobby is here and he can answer your questions. You guys can chat back and forth, but it should work now. Oh, yeah. So sorry about that. So yeah, so these trades, you can make them year round, but they're very concentrated into about like a 7-week period. All right, Bobby, if you're in here, you can talk with Nirav. Yes, Bobby. Bobby is in here, so yeah, okay, thanks. Just making sure. Yeah, Bobby's going to chat with you, Nirav. So anyway, how many do I put on? Like in the week that we are in the week that we're trading together, we'll analyze a bunch, but we're going to cherry pick only the best of the best of them. And sometimes that'll be like one a day. I'll just pick the best one of the day to trade. And there have been times where I've traded like 7 in a day. It just depends how they model out on the spreadsheet. Just depends on how they model out on the spreadsheet. But I would say on average, maybe 3 a day. Because, I mean, we could make more. We could make 20 a day, but I only want to trade the best ones, right? Don't you? Jane says, does this renew every month? No, this is a one-time super easy investment. It's just 697 bucks. I mean, come on, man, right? So no, this does not renew. This is one time. You're going to get all this knowledge, and you're going to have all this knowledge for life. Imagine if you could buy like a bond or a dividend paying stock for a massive discount on face value and just get it for life. That'd be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Well, this is what I'm talking about here. You're going to go through the 4 live coaching sessions with me together, get that hands-on training. You're going to get the refresher 3 months from now in January. You're going to be able to chat with the folks in the chat room who trade this every day. It's going to be great. What if I work during the live sessions? Yep, that's no problem. A lot of folks do. Just watch the recordings. We record them for that purpose. Is every company that is announcing earnings a good candidate for TED? No, definitely not. Some of them are bad. So we go through them. We put all, I mean, we pre-screen them. I start out the day with them already pre-screened. Put them on the spreadsheet, and then we go through together, filling it out, and it'll just show it's green or red, basically. Trade it or it's not good. If it's good, trade it. If it's green, trade it. If it's red, it's not good, don't trade it. Do we care? Oh, no. Oh, does a stock have to be a certain volume in order to trade TED? No, not really. I mean, there are certain liquidity requirements that have to be met. There are certain liquidity requirements, but we look at a number of different. It's all in the class. Like you'll get it. It's very, very easy to screen for liquidity. Do we care if the company met earnings expectations or not? Nope, we do not care at all, not one bit, because this is not directional. I don't care if the stock goes up or down. It does not matter to me at all, one iota. Is this an automatic trade scanner? No, this is better than that. With an automatic trade scanner, you need to have the scanner forever. This, you've got it all in your brain. Oh, work using PayPal? Oh, that's good, Nirav. Was anybody else having trouble joining? Was anybody else having trouble joining? Hit that questions box and just let me know if you were. Yeah, you're right, Nirav. So no, it's not an automatic trade scanner. It is a trading methodology. It is a trading system. And that's huge. You don't have to have software. You don't have to have, you don't have to have a monthly subscription. Evan had the same issue also, but used PayPal. Okay. Well, we're looking into that right now. Do I have to install software? No, you do not have to install software. Nope, not at all. There is nothing. This is knowledge. I'm going to give you a spreadsheet. We've been looking at turning the spreadsheet into a website that would have a monthly subscription, but as of right now, you get the spreadsheet instead. So this might be the best time ever to do this. Do I have to have an account of a certain size? Nope. I mean, some of these trades, I mean, if you wanted to trade a one lot, some of these trades are like $50. I'm going to be I've got a couple different trading accounts that I manage. I'm going to trade with the smallest one that I have, which I think is around $2,000. Just to prove to you that anybody can do this with any account size. What about people who work full-time jobs? What times are the classes that you're doing it live? Yeah, so the classes live are, well, let's see here. The first one is, this is in Eastern time, 2:30 to 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. The other three, I think they go 3 to 4 Eastern time. Yeah, so I think that those go 3 to 4 Eastern time. But they're all recorded. I mean, if you can, get away or put on some headphones and watch it on your phone at your job, great. If not, you just watch the recording. It's fine. Okay. Thought I saw another question here. Do I have to install software? Did I answer that already? No. Nariv said, got payment confirmation from PayPal, but not our system. Okay, so for everybody who just signed up, and by the way, sign up with PayPal for right now. If you have any problems with the credit card thing, it's really, really easy. For all the people who just joined us, by the way, welcome and congratulations. Nice work. I see some other people just joined in. I didn't read your names just yet. I will try to, but I want to make sure I cover everything here. Check your inbox for the welcome email that gives you your username and password and everything that you need, including a receipt and all that. If you don't see it, check your junk or spam folder. It is there, I promise you. We put that all together. Oh, it's in your spam, you got it? Good. I'm glad you got it. All right, good. So everyone should, and by the way, Nirav, drag that from your spam folder to your inbox, and that'll make sure that never happens again. Evan says, what platform do you recommend? Tasty, Robinhood, TD, or another? Well, what I'm going to be using, and these guys make it really, really easy, is the Thinkorswim platform with TD. So that one makes it super, super easy. Do I have to have an account of a certain size? We covered that. I've never traded a time spread before. Is it difficult? No, it's ridiculously easy. Ridiculously, ridiculously easy. It's all in the videos, and you're going to watch me do it live. I'll show you how to do it. Anybody can do this. How long do you keep these trades on? For less than 24 hours. And that's really, really, really important. We don't want to keep these on forever. We want to take them off within 24 hours. There's a very, very specific set of criteria that needs to be met in order to take these off successfully. I share all that. I cover all that in the videos and everything, so don't worry. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to join us? What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to join us? Let me welcome the new person here. Oh yeah, there's Nirav, saw you. Bronson, welcome, congrats, my friend. Did I already say Evan? I think I said Evan. I know I said Rebecca. Okay, welcome. Congratulations. Great job. Al says signed up with MJ credit card. Yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. Bobby is going to talk to MJ, and he's working on everything here. Bobby's got it all under control for you. All under control. Rebecca, if for some reason I cannot pay close attention to the trades on a given day, can sell stops and sell limits be employed with these? Yeah, yes. I will go, especially on closing the trades. Yeah, presetting a limit order. Absolutely. Yeah, so it won't be a stop, it'll be a limit order. You'll see how it all works. Okay, do we have any final questions? You guys are doing great. We just had a couple more folks join us. Craig just joined us. Nice work, Craig. Nice work, nice work. Yeah, already got Bronson there. Good job, good job, good job. Janet. Yeah, Bobby is working on that right now. Not OCOs either. Not OCOs either. All right. Well, once again, I want to welcome all the folks who just joined us. You know, in order to make a change, you have to take an action. And gosh, so many of you did today. And that's really, really exciting. So welcome, congratulations. Definitely, definitely, definitely check your email. If you don't see it in your email that you signed up with, check your junk or spam folder and make sure that it's there. Because if it's not in your inbox, it is in your junk or spam folder. They go out automatically. I've already got confirmation that people are getting them. So check that. And welcome. Start going through here. Hold on a second. Start going through the boot camp right away. Go through the boot camp right away. And then the accelerator videos. Once you go through those two things, you're golden. And then on the day of the 20th, right before class starts, I'm going to send you in the Slack room, the chat room, the spreadsheet. So nice work investing in yourselves today. That's great. All right, I paused the recording here. And okay. Janet, Bobby got you taken care of. And I guess there was some trouble here with the credit cards, which has literally never happened before in 17 years. So if you had some sort of trouble, use PayPal for right now, if you don't mind. If I'm not mistaken, in PayPal, you can like if you got a credit card hooked up to it, you can, you know, just toggle over to credit card or whatever it'll ask you. And you know, if you give MJ a call, I think he can help you out there as well. Any other questions before we call it a day here, friends? This is really, really wonderful. Really, really great. All right. Well then, again, great job investing in yourselves today, friends. Really, really happy. Can I put up phone number again? Yeah, that's a great idea. So right here, yeah, give MJ a call. I know there were a couple of people calling MJ, 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. All right, Janet, got it written down. Yeah, that is the phone number for MJ. Yeah, yeah. Anybody else have any trouble joining up? How many spots are left? It looks like it's got to be about one or two. I don't think PayPal will go through either if we hit over 19. So there's probably about one or two spots left. So definitely get just go to PayPal. It's easiest. Or give MJ a call. And if MJ doesn't answer right away, he's probably on the phone with somebody else, you know, with another student trader here. So, you know, make sure to try him back. All right. Any final questions before we call it a day, friends? Again, nice job. And I know Oh, PayPal works great, says Craig. And you can pay 4 payments at no extra cost. I know. Makes it nice and easy, doesn't it? And I mean, if you have like a credit card or debit card or whatever in there, I mean, it's like just paying with a credit card or debit card. I mean, it can be. You can pay with the PayPal balance if you don't have a PayPal balance. If you have a credit card or debit card, or even a bank hooked up, I think it won't just pay it from your bank account. So yeah, I mean, if for some reason a credit card didn't go through, which sounds like it's not for some people. I know, Craig. Craig says it's too easy. I know. There's no need to worry about PayPal. It's super easy. When are time spreads useful other times? Al, we're going to keep that one for a different day, my friend. All right. All right. Anybody else? All right, then. We are going to call it a day. Have a great rest of your day. Anybody who had any trouble, take out your phone now, open your camera app, aim it towards that QR code in the middle of the screen, and just pull it up on your phone. This credit card thing ought to be fixed soon. And write down the phone number too, or you could try calling it, and it'll be in your phone. I think if you're able to leave a message, I'm sure that, MJ will call you back, He is there to serve. Ryan. Yeah, you'll be able to talk to him, Ryan, for sure. I mean, it's not like the whole thing is not, but we can email or something about that. Gregory, you're welcome, my friend. Yeah. That's good. Gregory says, thank you. This was a great introduction to earnings trading. Yep. And like so many people tell me that, like, oh gosh, I could never make earnings trading work out. And that's because they try to do it directionally. You can't do it. But when you're trading, this is technically trading volatility. And so, it's different in a lot of ways. It's so much easier. Okay. Well, have a great rest of your day, friends. This is Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and I will see most of you in the chat room. Talk to you soon, and I'll see you on October 20th. Bye.